So since 2021, the Chiefs have played 12 playoff games. And of those 12, 11 times their opponents were called for more penalties than the Chiefs. There were zero. Yes, zero games where the Chiefs ended up with more penalties than their rival. And look, I want you to see this disparity in the penalty yardage. So 589 for the Chiefs' opponents and just 340 for the Chiefs. Numbers, they don't lie, right? Well, let's get some insight from a legend, NFL legend, Joe Theismann, Super Bowl winning NFL quarterback, former MVP. First of all, such a pleasure to meet you. It's a big honor to get a chance to talk to you about this. So, what do you make of all the theories, the accusations that the refs are favoring the Chiefs?
I don't buy into it. I just don't see, statistics say that, more opponents committed more penalties. Well, maybe the Chiefs are doing a better job of not committing them. It's something to consider on the other side of the coin. It's so difficult to be able to referee a football game. And we saw the commissioner this week speak to some of the things that he believes they're going to do going forward to try and make the game a way so that we actually see things when there isn't a roughing penalty, when there is a face mask. They're going to be able to make that judgment and be able to do it. But everybody says that they favor the Chiefs. Football at the Super Bowl level, just like the NFC Championship level, they don't call a lot of penalties when you put into perspective the amount that have been called. And I'm sorry, call me Pollyanna, say I'm pie in the sky, but I just don't see the referees favoring one team over the other. Now, maybe the statistics say something else, but having played the game, I can tell you, I've been hit a lot of times. Well, of course, when we got hit, it was a different story.
Sure.
We got more than pushed to the ground, and it was a penalty, I can tell you that.
Well, look, I think the narrative goes that way because a lot of people are looking at the Chiefs. They're raising a lot of eyebrows. They're raising a lot of viewers, a lot of people watching. I mean, they are going for a three-peat. That's major. So obviously, if you're running the NFL, you would love for them to be there. What do the Eagles need to do on Sunday to stop that from happening?
I think, number one, the Eagles are going to have to put pressure on Patrick Mahomes and contain him. If you're going to beat him, you're going to have to keep Patrick in the pocket. You're not going to allow him to be able to get outside. He averages a little over 8 times a game to be able to take off and run and make plays. I think containing Patrick is vital for this Eagle defense to be able to do the job that they need to do. They're big, they're fast up front. I think, to me, this game boils down to the lines. The defensive line of the Philadelphia Eagles, the offensive line of the Kansas City Chiefs, and vice versa. Now, I know everybody wants to see, A.J. Brown catch the ball and Travis Kelce catch the ball and Saquon run. But to win this football game, and I was fortunate enough to be a part of a team that had an incredible offensive line called the Hogs and a defensive line that was special. And to me, that's where this real crux of this game is going to lie, are those two lines that are going to go at one another like gladiators.
And to be clear about something, if Mahomes pulls this win off, where does that put him in the list of all-timers?
He's already near the top of all-timers, sure, as it is. He doesn't need this game for his legacy. I think he wants this game.
It would help.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, you can stack another one up. It doesn't hurt at all. I totally agree with that. But he doesn't need it. I don't think they're done. I don't think the Kansas City Chiefs are done making runs at Super Bowls. We're talking about a three-peat, yes. And let me tell you, they've skated by in a lot of football games. They've hit uprights. People have missed plays, but yet they've come out on top. And you learn and figure out ways to win, just like the Kansas City Chiefs have. And we've seen other teams. New England was like this. One of Tom Brady's Super Bowls, Malcolm Butler intercepted a pass in the end zone. The first 3 Super Bowls Tom Brady won in New England, Adam Vinatieri made kicks, one with no time on the clock, one with 4 seconds on the clock, one late in the fourth quarter. So, it's finding a way to win. And the Chiefs and their fans and their players believe in Patrick Mahomes. And I do too.
So you got them. You think they're going to win?
I think they can win, yes. Let me tell you, it's probably going to be a close game, just like the last time they played. I think it was 23-20. I don't expect it to be a runaway, obviously, 2 really good football teams. But I think if Patrick Mahomes has his hands on the ball in the last drive and he needs to put points on the board, he manages to do it.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact driven, unbiased coverage.